What I'm going to do here is give you a beginner guitar lesson. Probably be about your second or third guitar lesson if you're just getting started. And what it assumes is that you've already learned the chords, E minor and A and some basic chords like that, but you're not yet good at switching between them without taking a lot of time between the chords. So the next skill you want to learn is how to switch chords without losing any rhythm, without losing any beats between them. And that's what this shows you how. So you're going to start with an E minor chord. Just your two fingers, your first and second finger, both of them at the second fret on the fifth and the fourth string. With your right hand, you're playing all the strings. You strum up and down. It's a very deep, full chord. It's an easy chord physically to play. Now, the chord you're going to switch to is called A add 9. The name's not important. All it is you're taking this very same shape of the E minor. You're hopping a string that way, towards the floor, so that you're moving from the fifth and fourth string for E minor over to the fourth and third string. And you get this chord, an A add 9. It's a very open sounding chord, very beautiful chord. And it's the exact same shape, exact same frets, exact same fingers as your E minor. The only thing that's different is you're just hopping over a string. It's like a little finger jump rope, a little finger gymnastics. You want to keep your left hand fingers close to the strings. You don't want to pull them all the way out here because that takes too much time. Just lift them up slightly, hop over the string, and I'm moving from E minor on the fifth and fourth string to A add 9 on the fourth and third string. Okay? And so now we're going to learn how to do it in rhythm, which is very important. You want to practice this always in a groove. So I'll start us off. We're just going to play the first beat of a 4-beat measure on E minor, and then we'll play the first beat of a 4-beat measure on A add 9. It gives us 3 beats to move. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to do it with me. Alright, so there you have it. If you've done that and you're comfortable with that, we're going to make it a little more challenging. By playing with your right hand, we're going to strum now on the first and second beat of each measure. So one more strum and one less beat to switch a chord on time. So here we go, E minor to A add 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. Alright, if you're able to do that in time, and the important thing when we're playing here is keeping an even tempo, an even speed. It's not good to slow up and speed down. You want to avoid doing something like this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. There's no rhythm to that, there's no groove, and your fingers aren't going to absorb the information as quickly. They're not going to get it into their muscle memory. The groove will help this all happen quicker. It also sounds nicer. It sounds like you're playing a song, even if it has to be really slow. So let's do the same thing here. We're going to do beats 1, 2, 3 now. We're only going to have one beat, the fourth beat, to switch chords, to jump over that fourth string, to get off the fifth string, and to end up on the fourth and third string. Everything at the second fret. So here we go. I'm going to slow it down a little. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. Lift up and over. Lift up, push down. So if you can do that for about a minute without messing up, the next thing to try is a little more challenging, is playing on every beat of the measure, all 4 beats. You're going to have just a fraction of a second to switch chords now. So watch. Try to play along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Slow it down a little. Very simple chords, but it sounds good. It's almost like meditating, keeping yourself in rhythm. Just try to breathe, do it along with me. We're back home to E minor. So remember, what you want to do here, you're learning how to switch chords. You're learning how to move smoothly and effortlessly between chords. And the way you learn that is not by rushing, it's by setting a slow, even pace, even tempo, and moving at the same time every time. You want to try this for about a minute in a row. Make sure you can do it, and it really gets into your fingers. And then this is how we're going to learn how to switch between all the chords. This is just an easy shape to move. But we're going to do the same thing when we go from A to D, D to G, G to C. And there are a couple little tricks I can show you about using anchor fingers, not taking certain fingers off the string, while there's strings you have to jump over. So you're not moving all 3 fingers at a time. There's ways to do it a little quicker and easier. But we're going to do this with every chord. And as soon as you can do this with every chord, you can play hundreds of songs. Alright, well that's the idea of switching chords. It's a beginner lesson. If you're starting from scratch, this is probably a good lesson to take after you've had 2 or 3 lessons on just learning the chords, learning how to put your fingers in the right place and where they're located and memorizing them. So maybe this is your 3rd lesson as a beginner and you're really close to being able to play tons of songs. So thanks for doing it with me.